law. I'm assuming it was a civil case, I believe, because it wouldn't make sense. It's a criminal. And Lindell was represented by lawyers. So Mike Lindell wants to appeal it. But for some reason, his lawyers no longer want to represent him. I'm assuming the simplest assumption on this one is Mike Lindell's out of cash and he hasn't been paying his lawyers. The other thing is that he's crazy. Or it could be that he's crazy and he doesn't have any more cash. He also got kicked out of a warehouse, I guess, that he had his My Pillow stuff in. So things are not coming out aces for Mike Lindell. So let's take a look, not to relish anybody's misfortune, but let's look at Mike Lindell and what the energy is like for him. You know, he could have just stayed on the sidelines during these last 4 years. You know, stay out of the election interference part of it. Before the election, was calling election a fraud and doing all that. He could have stayed out of there. He'd have his millions and he'd probably still have his pillow business and everything under the sun. But he didn't. So let's go take a look. All right, entertainment purposes only. Let's look at the You know, this is Mike Lindell handing money over to other people. He needs cash. I think he's got some cash flow problems. Crossed with, yeah, he's got some cash flow problems. He spends a lot and he doesn't have a lot left. It's funny. This is, and Two of Wands, planning outward. It's one thing if you're spending the interest that you earn on your money, but now he's digging into the principle of it. So he's actually eroded his wealth. Part of it, he's trying to not pay that $5 million, and he's gonna have to pay that $5 million he owes that data expert. Now, if Mike Lindell was smart, he would just negotiate with that computer dude and maybe offer him $1 million instead of the 5. That would have been a good idea a year ago. Hey, you know, I wasn't actually expecting to pay this out. Would you take $1 million and then we don't have to go through the courts and stuff like that? Now, that other guy could have said no. But basically, Mike Lindell's trying to hold on to his cash, but he spent too much of it. And, you know, you need, if you're going to appeal these things, you need lawyers, and maybe the lawyers don't think he's got a good chance of winning, and the lawyers are afraid of not getting paid. But underneath this is planning, stuff that's coming up. Mike Lindell's got money problems, cash flow problems, and I think those problems are ongoing with him. I would say just beginning, but they've been going on for a while. I think they're ongoing, and I think he's got more coming down the way. In the past, we got the Hierophant. Mike Lindell wanted to be in big government, I guess. You know, he was on Team Trump walking around with a piece of paper that said martial law on it or something along those lines, as I recall. And he wanted to be part of reinstalling Donald Trump. And then he could, you know, have his My Pillows advertised on Fox. Now, remember, Mike Lindell's ads are no longer on Fox Entertainment. And basically Fox said he was like 10 months or a year in arrears. He was like a year in arrears for his advertising payments. And they basically said, we'll let his advertising back on. He just has to pay down his debt. I don't think he's back on Fox. That's a sign you got money problems. I had forgotten about that, but here we go. But his money problems started the minute he was trying to overturn the election, and everybody is looking to Mike Lindell to help fund the cyber ninjas and all their investigations into things. They bled this poor sucker dry. I am not the first person who came up with this. I have heard other intuitives say that that was going to happen. I'm just echoing their sentiment because that's what the cards are showing. There are people who are much better intuitives than me who've already seen this. Current situation with him, he's in a rough patch right now. He needs to get to a calmer shore. But he's got money problems. He's got real money problems, and his lawyers are leaving him, which is probably telling me he's got more money problems coming from his lawyers. They're not going to help him with these appeals. He's under a lot of stress. Yeah, he is under a ton of stress. This could be detrimental to his health, too. Remember, Pentacles are also about health, not only just wealth. There could be an ongoing health event with him that's being kept hush-hush right now, but it's because of all the stress that he's underneath. Mike Lindell has also abused drugs. I can't remember if he did crack or something along those lines. Again, entertainment purposes only. I'm going off of memory here. I can look it up real quick, I suppose, just to see. But I thought it was like coke or crack. Hang on for a second. Okay, in his 20s, he used coke. Then he switched to crack in the 90s, and then incurred gambling debts. So all these addictions led to a foreclosure of his house and a divorce from his first wife. So he's under a lot of stress right now. Emotional stress, financial stress. He has to be really careful that he doesn't have a health event or he lapses into something. You know, Rudy drinks himself into oblivion. Mike Lindell might do something else. The lesson to be learned is the Three of Swords. So, foundation of the reading, for those who say I don't call them out, and I probably wasn't, was Knight of Pentacles crossed with the Four of Pentacles. In the past is the Hierophant. Current situation is the Six of Swords. Overarching energy, what we see is the Ace of Cups. And the lesson to be learned is the Three of Swords. Heartbreak, betrayal. Honestly, he's been taken advantage of by people who wanted access to his money. He's like the kid who got the big allowance or got their Christmas money and the parents didn't require them to put it in a bank account. And then all the other kids are like, hey, can I have a couple bucks? Can I have $1 so I can play some video games? Can I have $1 so I can get a candy bar? You know, he's being nice and generous and sharing. And next thing you know, the $100 that he was given for Christmas has been squandered on all these vultures, leeches, mooches that are just taking advantage of him. But you know what? He's made money before. He's lost it. He's made money. He's lost it. This is just a cycle with him. He may not get another chance. Yeah, better be careful about your heart too. With that Ace of Cups there. Outcome is the Eight of Cups. I think Mike Lindell is going to be leaving our lives. I don't mean he's dying. I mean, you're not going to see him on TV anymore. You're not going to see TV headlines. He's also got, defamation cases up against him. He just might leave it all behind. This might just be... Mike Lindell is going to file for bankruptcy. I think that's kind of where we're going with this. And that could even be what this is. It's like, I'm running out of options. That Knight of Pentacles crossed with the Four is, what form of bankruptcy do I need to file in order to protect myself? Now, mind you, I don't think you can protect yourself from a defamation case. But Mike Lindell is in financial dire straits. And he's not getting out of it anytime soon. The kitten's trying to work her way out of the room here. Michelle locked her in here. How to open a door. And she's just about got it figured out too. She's clever. Hello, hi. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Here. Say hello to everybody. Meow, 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 meow. Yeah. Well, give everybody your loud purr. Yep. The rumble in the microphone. Okay. So, let's look at Mike Lindell's, specifically we'll look at his health and we'll look at his wealth. Those two might end up being linked. Again, entertainment purposes only with this. I'm going to have to boot her down. You get out of my drink. You come down here, baby. Good girl. All right. I've got a Starbucks little drink off to the side here. It's a blue raspberry with little raspberry boba at the bottom. She's like, ooh, how do I get that up a straw? She'll figure it out too. It's the moment she can make a vacuum with her lips. All right, Mike Lindell's. I'm going to look at his wealth first. I said health, but let's look at his wealth first. What's Mike Lindell's financial situation looking like? Again, entertainment purposes only. Okay. Foundation of the reading, Ace of Pentacles. Whether it's a big health event or a big wealth event, there's going to be some big things happening in his life involving money or his health. Crossed with the Knight of Cups. I really do think he's going to be filing for bankruptcy here. He might try to negotiate that civil settlement with that guy. Maybe, hey, can we just be friends? Can I pay you less than the $5 million? I just don't got the $5 million and I'm about to declare bankruptcy type of thing. He's taking big money and making it small money. He's going to start talking about his money and how he doesn't have the money that he needs to do what he needs to do. Again, his false friends have bled him dry. Okay, so now we're in the past here. This was in the current situation. So we've moved forward on the timeline with Mike Lindell. Here come the big money situations. Either, again, after the appeal, he tries to negotiate with the guy who won the $5 million with him, or he still has people coming after him for money, but he doesn't have it to give. This is in the past now. Current situation is the Queen of Swords. I think he's filing for bankruptcy. And this is the bankruptcy court saying, okay, well, we're going to have to liquidate all your assets. Here we go. Overarching energy is the Seven of Wands. There's still fight left in him, but you know what it is? He has so many creditors that are coming after him. His only way of getting out of the stress here is to basically declare bankruptcy. Yeah, he needs to get out of this situation. And this is his magic ticket. His ticket out of all of this is going to be bankruptcy. Now again, that bankruptcy, I don't think it's going to get him out of his settlement, that civil settlement that he has. Maybe it does, but it's not going to get him out of the defamation cases that are coming. Yeah. Outcome is going to be the Six of Coins. I think he's going to be successful in getting filing for bankruptcy. You know, the courts are here liquidating his assets, and then people are getting pennies on the dollar for what he owes them. Yeah, he's got financial woes. Woe is me. Interesting. What an interesting life path if you think about it. You know, this guy's selling pillows, and you know, the quality of the pillow is not very good, allegedly. I don't own one, so I can't speak for myself, but the testimony is that it looks like he takes like foam and just chops it up and makes a pillow out of it, and they refer to it as lumpy pillows, and then he gets all angry and aggro about it. Makes a bunch of money, and then people just come in and swindle it right out from underneath them. Well, not even swindle. It's just, you know, cat in hand. And almost in some ways they play on his he had his addiction issues, and he overcame that, and then people, whatever empathy he had to help people out that he trusted, he's too trusting, and people take advantage of him because that ilk of people that he's around. Somebody in the White House described that, or maybe it could have been Scaramucci, but somebody's like, they're all sharks. They're all circling around. Donald Trump is a shark, and everyone around him is a shark. Now, it's interesting because Donald Trump says he's scared of sharks. He should be, because everyone around him is a shark. And Lindell is like the woman on the poster of the Jaws movie poster, swimming around, and here come the sharks. Let's look at his health now. Mike Lindell's health. Now, it looks like bankruptcy is in his future, if not already started. Look to see if he had declared bankruptcy. I don't think he has yet. But what's his health future looking like here? I shuffled these cards. This card did not go on the top of the deck. But just like the last reading, here we go. He has major financial issues, and he's got major health issues. Crossed, the Ace of Pentacles is the foundation, crossed with the Page of Pentacles. Yeah, and it's the early stages of his health issues. But he's noticing it. Maybe even talking to doctors about it. Ace of Wands. It's early, Ace of Pentacles, health issues, talking about health issues. But it's something that he can take action on now. Take a big swing, a big lifestyle change is going to help his health issues if he has that. Hopefully it's not substance abuse issues. In the past, you got the Three of Cups. I'm going to have the cups as the substance abuse. This is drinking. This is partying too much. Okay? Drinking is the sort of the start of partying, but partying then goes down to the group of people that go off to a room and do some lines or smoking crack. This is him just partying to excess. Current situation is the Three of Coins. The health issue is going on underneath, under the surface. Maybe was discovered during a health examination or something along those lines. But I said, he's talking with people, and here would be like experts, specialists in fields, talking with his doctor on how to address this. If this was a substance abuse issue, the dark coins are showing that it's black market type stuff. It's underground, doing drugs underground, that type of thing. Overarching energy is the Page of Swords. Whatever it is, he's repeating something that he's done in the folly of his youth. Okay? So if it's a health event, it could be a consequence of the abuses of his youth, or he is repeating a cycle where he's getting stuff from dealers and stuff like that and reusing it. Again, entertainment purposes only. Lesson to be learned is the Knight of Cups. I'm thinking more and more it's not health. I think more and more it's narcotics, because this would be like your false friends, the people that you're hanging around with that are destructive to you. I'm surprised I haven't gotten the Devil card yet. That would certainly be a key one in this one. Yeah, it is drugs. Because this is detoxification. Hopefully, he's got family members who love him and can get through to him. Maybe even ones that have helped him in the past, because he needs to detox. Temperance is the outcome card. Temperance is about detoxification. Literally, that is like the primary definition of it. Slow detoxification of it. But he needs to take it. Honest to God, it really wouldn't surprise me if he was doing that. And and I'm not trying to smear the guy's reputation. He's been addicted to drugs before, and just like an alcoholic can't ever drink again because they almost become instantly addicted if they drink, and drinking's not their friend. And it could be the same thing with crack or coke. Somebody could have offered him a line or a hit, and he's just like, he knows he shouldn't, and he did, and it's just, pow, pulled right back into it. So, if that's the case, I hope he gets the help that he needs. If it's a health event, then I think working with your doctors and stuff like that is going to work from him, and he will be able to overcome what it is that ails him. But one thing that's not going to be ailing him is looking at his savings account and wondering what he's going to do with all that money that he's earned over the years, because I think that ship has sailed. And he's on the hook for a lot of money, to the point where I think he's finally going to wave the white flag and declare bankruptcy. Okay? We'll leave it here with this. Thank you very much for watching this video and supporting my channel. I appreciate it. Thank you very much for feeding the YouTube algorithm so my videos make it out to a wider audience. To folks discovering this channel recently and for the first time, welcome to the channel. I'm glad you found us. Hope you found this reading insightful, and I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.